Joining me now is Senator David Perdue, who endured Groundhog Day today from the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Senator, head on a pike. Did anyone say anything close to that to you?
Of course not, Laura. I mean, this is just one more lie in a series of lies this entire week. I've never been more embarrassed about being in the United States Senate than I am now. Listen to these House members come over and lecture us about being complicit in the cover-up, calling the president's defense team liars right out of the gate. The hypocrisy of this presentation over the last 3 days is just something that you can't describe.
And actually just openly insulting the Senate.
Well,
I mean, look, everyone has their own little power play here going on, but to come in and say that they were warned that you either get in line, and they're all scared of Trump, that they think the dictator, and when Murkowski and Collins apparently audibly said no, that's what it was reported.
It was ridiculous. Yes, I heard that too. But this is, like I said, the very first get-go in the opening statement, Adam Schiff gave away their real theory, and that is you can't trust elections. Therefore, we have impeachments. So anytime you have an opposing party that has a majority in the House and a different party in the White House, you're going to have an impeachment.
Yeah, I mean, Schiff actually spoke to that.
He did.
Unwittingly, I think, today.
He did.
Watch.
Do you think if we do nothing, it's going to stop now? It's not going to stop. The President just told one of the members of this body he still wants Biden investigated. It's not going to stop unless the Congress does something about it.
I think we need to check on Adam Schiff tonight. He seemed a little uneasy there.
Well, he's disappointed. What's he going to do tomorrow? He can't talk for 10 hours tomorrow. But what Jason Crow said to that point was just so unmoving. I mean, so unnerving to me. He said, you know, this impeachment is not about convicting past wrongdoings. It's about protecting America from future wrongdoings. That sounds like the Minority Report to me. I mean, this is incredible what they're talking about, and they're going at something about this whole thing centers around Article 1, around motive. The principle is if a president does something, what they want you to believe is he does something lawful, but they can convince you that it's for political gain. That's impeachable. Well, they have not proved that this was done for his political advantage. And what he was doing after the 5-year legacy of corruption that we now know is coming out about this Biden, Burisma, baloney, if you will, it certainly requires an
The Obama administration was having meetings about the conflict, which we're going to get into in our next segment.
Well, wait till you see what Joe Biden himself did with Poroshenko. He actually did a quid pro quo about firing Shokin, and if he didn't fire Shokin, he was going to withhold $1 billion of loan guarantees. That's never come out here, and that's there. Not only that, but Devin Archer, the partner of Hunter Biden, who was also a board member of Burisma, actually had a meeting with John Kerry, the Secretary of State. 2 days later, the Assistant Secretary of State calls and demands Shokin be fired. A week later is when Joe Biden had that Poroshenko conversation about withholding.
So who's getting whom fired here?
Exactly. Well, they're trying to get Shokin fired, who was a prosecutor going after the Burisma issue.
So next week you're going to hear from the president.
For the first time since this whole travesty started, Laura, we finally get the president an opportunity to present his side of the case. Finally.
It's great to see you. Come back next week if you can.
Oh, I'll be there.
Great to see you, Senator.